Good morning. I'm gonna start a beanie. And I took a page. I just watched Pamela's Crochet and Knit Corner. And I'm gonna take a page out of her and do two-stranded. I'm not big on two-stranded yarns, but so I got Sun Gold and I have Cranberry. Both are Hobby Lobby. Magic Circle it is. And we have an 8mm hook. And I am big on stitch markers. I use them for everything. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna do 10 in there. Half doubles. I'm not big on double strand, but goodness. Doesn't want to go. There we go. That's one. Come on, get out of there. And we have 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 . 6. Yeah, I'm not big on this double strand. Goodness. 7. Maybe we do 8. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll go 10. 9. And 10. So we're gonna do spiral and then pull the, see? So we put the stitch marker for the next round. This is where the old stitch marker is. We take that one off. And we increase. These are half doubles. 1. 2. 3. 4. I just have to hold it looser. I'm a tight crocheter. 5 and 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, so we got to 20. That's row 2. Just spiraling. And I put the stitch marker again. And the next stitch, and take off the other stitch marker. Then we do another increase. The next increase is 1 and 2. We do 1, then 2 in the next one, 2, and 3. And that's the increase. And of course, Jiminy Crickets. I don't like two-stranding. There. Just have to let it loose. Looks pretty. They come up really pretty, but my me. Alright, I got 1 and then 2 in the same. 1 and 2. And 1. Fee, fi, fo, fum. And 2 in the next. And 2. That didn't work out. I don't know what happened there. Let's try that again. There. Better. All right, that's another round. Now we go to another increase. So this is 4. So we got 1. And I like to put the increase in the middle stitch. So we got 1. Then I'm going to put 2 on the next one. That's 2, 3, and then 1 in the next one. And that's 4. And that's the increase. So we got 1, and then 2 in the next one. That's 2, 3, and then 1 in the next one. And that's 4. Do that all the way around. Finished round 4. That's what we have. So now we're going to do round 5. So that's an increase. So at the end of each round, you should have, if you do start with 10, at the end of each round, it increases by 10. So round 1 has 10, round 2 has 20, round 3 has 30, round 4 has 40. Now we're going to do round 5, which will have 50. Take off the stitch marker. So on this one, this round, I like to put on the last stitch, the increase. 2, 3, and then 2 more. 4, and increase, and that's 5. 5. So you do 1, that would be 6, 7, 8, and then 9, 10 in the same stitch. 10, 11, 12, 13, and then 14, 15 in the same stitch. This is one of the easiest rounds because, you know, it's by 5s. 14, 15. Let's finish the round. All right, finish that round. I got 50 stitches. And I think it's round enough for the, I'm gonna give this to a friend of mine. These are 49er colors, crimson and gold. Yeah, that should be, see, that should be big enough for him. Now we just spiral all around, around. Stitch marker. Into the first stitch, take off the other stitch marker. Now it's just one in each stitch. All the way around till you get the size that you want, right before the brim. You can see, I decided to keep the glasses. What do you think? So I'm going to go around and around and around. Biscuits and gravy. I still don't like double strand. It slows me down. It slows me down. All the way around. I should have 50 stitches all the way around. So all around, moving my stitch marker up, up, up. Once I get the size of the beanie that I want, then I'll decide on what brim we're going to use. This is after 3 rounds, regular rounds. It's going to be huge on me. I have a little head. But it'll fit him. It's tight in the middle. See? I made him a blanket, these colors, but the Hirschner's Sports, something or other, I don't know what it's called. But it was these colors in one yarn. The yarn was variegated like this. Is that what it's called, variegated? Anyway, it's a huge giant blanket. I'll put the pictures after this. Okay, I did 7 rounds. It reaches like the top of my ears. I don't know if it'll reach his, but I'm going to start the brim, so the brim will make it bigger. And I think I'm going to do a 2x2. So I have 4 stitches left before I get to the end. And this is just a spiral so that it doesn't have a San Andreas. Well, a semi. It doesn't have anything. Look, see, right here. It would be here. So what I do is Jiminy Crickets. Here we go. 4 stitches. So I'm doing half double crochets. So when I have 4 stitches before my stitch marker, I do single crochet, slip stitch, slip stitch. So I do a single crochet, slip, a loose slip, don't make a tight slip, and slip stitch. And then I slip stitch into the one that I need. And I'm going to start with double crochets. And I do, I don't like well, actually I could do it on this one. So we do 1, 2, and then I put my stitch marker, and 3. So that's my first double. Take out the other stitch marker. Now I do a row of double crochets. I lost a strand. And I'm going to say it one more time. I don't like double strands. I don't think I've said it enough. They come out beautiful, but Jiminy crickets, they're a pain in my rear end. So a row of double crochet. We're at the end where we had the two slip stitches and the two singles. And you just do a double in there. There we go. Now we join. And that's why I put the stitch marker, because I don't like counting. I forget which one's which. This way, I don't have to count. Joined. So now I'm going to start my double crochet front post. Stitch marker. I put it on the loops that are on the hook. I do not chain up. I don't do anything. I just go straight into the front post. And a front post. And a back post. Those are going to be fun with a double strand. Oh dear, Himalayas. All right, let's try that again. We have one. And two. And maybe two. Let's see. Yes. And two. And then two front post. Oh, Jiminy crickets. Hey. It's okay. It's okay. Front post. And two back post. Fun times, fun times. Something stuck. There we go. Two, no, come on. Two. And back post. You do 2 by 2. Front post, 2 front post, 2 back post, 2 front post, 2 back post, all the way around. Okay, so we're going to do 1 by 1, front post, back post. So what I do is on the 2 loops that are on my hook, that's where I put my stitch marker. Just put it around there. I don't chain up 1, 2, 3. I don't chain up anything. I just go straight into the front post. This is going to be fun with 2 strands. And then back post. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. And then front post. And then back post. Like that, all the way around. And I'll meet you there. So we switched to the 1 by 1 because the 2 by 2, I needed an extra 2 stitches. So it'll be front, back, front, back. So I didn't have that, and I was not adding that. So I undid the 49 stitches that I had done, or 48 stitches, and I decided to do the 1 by 1. We're halfway there. Have I said enough times? I don't like double strand. 25 and 26 and 27. We made it around. Join to the top. Take out your stitch marker. Slip stitch. Tighten it up. Pull up those 2 loops. Stitch marker. Tighten. I do either 2 or 3 rounds. So I'm going to do once right into the fun times, fun times. There we go. Front. Come on, get in there. There we go. Front. And the back. It's a good thing it's only 50 stitches around. But what it does is it eliminates the San Andreas. See? It hides it. And I like that. All right. Let's go around. All right, we got 2 rounds. I think I need one more, right? One more round. All right, so join. Take out my stitch marker. Put it around the 2. All right. And front post. Yes. And 1. And the back post. And the front post. It's a little bit hypnotic. I have to mail it to him, so I won't have a picture till much later. It's all your fault, Pamela. I don't like the stranding, but they come out so pretty. Look at, they just come out so pretty, and they're thick, so they're warm. All right, let's finish that round. Okay, we've reached the end of that round, and I think that's good. All right, So now I'm going to do an invisible join. So you don't slip stitch to the last stitch. This is the last stitch I made, and this is the first stitch. You pull the yarn. And just so we're clear, this is not a tutorial. This is how I do it. I learned from a tutorial, but I'm not very good at tutorials. Yay, it went through. All right. So what they say to do is, this is the stitch. So the one we want to go into is the one next to it on this side. Like that. You pull it. And then on the stitch that the yarn is coming from, you go down in there like that. See that? And then you pull it so that you have another stitch. That's the stitch you're making. What I do, I go back in here where my stitch marker is, where the last stitch is, and I put it back in there. Like that. And then I go under the stitch I just made. And that's what mine looks like. And you just weave it in. Two. And three. And now the center. Let's do this again. Let's see, how do we do this? Seal at the center. Pull. One more the same way. Pull it. Now we go back. Just weaving in the center. Now one more time. That way. Cut that off. And we're finished. It's actually only a few hours, give or take. If they were one stranded, it would be faster. It will definitely fit him. I like the front post, back post. It gives it a little... I should have used one size smaller, but I don't want to look for it. So there we have it. With no San Andreas. do, 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 do. See? This is the join right here. The front post, back post hides it. And that's all we got. Catch you later. Bye.